Some fans believe they know everything about their favorite Heartland stars, but when it comes to their real lives away from the ranch, the truth often surprises everyone. The actors we see in Season 18 are not only playing powerful roles on screen, they also carry unique stories of love, family, and life when the cameras stop rolling. And no one represents this better than the actress behind the most beloved character in the series. Amber Marshall has been the heart of Heartland. Since the very beginning, and in real life, she is just as warm and grounded as her character Amy Fleming. Born on June 2, 1988, Amber is now 36 years old in 2024. Fans are often amazed at how closely her real personality reflects Amy's caring and determined nature. Yet Amber's private life is filled with moments that many viewers never get to. Amber has been married to Shaun Turner since 2013. Shaun is not part of the entertainment industry. Instead, he works as a photographer and lives a quiet, down-to-earth lifestyle, perfectly matching Amber's own love for simplicity and the outdoors. Their relationship is often described as stable, private, and deeply connected. Unlike many celebrity couples who share every moment online, Amber and Shaun keep their marriage away from the spotlight, showing that true love can thrive quietly without constant attention. What makes their partnership even more beautiful is their shared passion for rural living. They live together on a ranch in Alberta, surrounded by animals and nature, just like the setting of Heartland itself. Amber often says that taking care of animals is not just her on-screen role, but also her real-life calling. Horses, dogs, and many other creatures fill their ranch, and Shaun supports her completely in this lifestyle. Their home is more than just a house. It is a reflection of the values they both believe in: love, respect, and harmony with nature. Amber's fans also admire how she balances her career with her personal happiness. Despite being the leading face of one of the longest-running family dramas in television history, she never lets fame define her. Note: she is known to spend much of her free time at home, working with horses, training animals, and enjoying a peaceful life away from red carpets and Hollywood pressures. This choice shows that she values authenticity over glamour, which is why viewers feel such a deep connection to her, both on and off the screen, in many ways. Amber's life with Shaun mirrors Amy's story in Heartland, where love and family always come first. It is this similarity that makes her role feel so natural and believable. Fans often say that Amber does not just play Amy Fleming, she lives her spirit every day. Season 18 continues to showcase Amy's journey, but knowing about Amber's real life gives her character even more depth, reminding us that sometimes the strongest roles are the ones closest to reality. When fans think of Heartland, one of the first names that comes to mind is Ty Borden. For many years, Graham Wardle brought this character to life with strength, kindness, and vulnerability. His on-screen relationship with Amy Fleming was one of the greatest love stories the series ever told, and it captured the hearts of millions. But while Amy and Ty's romance was deeply moving in the fictional world, Graham's real-life path has been very different. Graham Wardle was born on September 6, 1986, which makes him 38 years old in 2024. Off-screen, he has always been admired, not only for his acting talent, but also for his thoughtful personality and his search for meaning beyond television. Unlike many actors who spend all their energy chasing fame, Graham has chosen a quieter and more spiritual road. That decision has shaped both his career and his personal life. In 2015, Graham married Alisha Newton, and for a while they appeared to share a life away from the spotlight. Their marriage lasted a few years, but in 2018 it came to an end. Graham later shared openly with fans that their paths had separated and they were no longer together. Instead of hiding this chapter, he approached it with honesty, showing that even those who play strong characters go through personal struggles and new beginnings. Today, Graham is not publicly linked to anyone, and he keeps his private relationships away from headlines. He prefers to live with intention, focusing on his personal growth and projects that inspire him. What makes Graham's story even more unique is the way he stepped away from Heartland itself. In Season 14, his character Ty was written off. Shocking. Fans all over the world. It was not just a storyline decision, but a choice Graham made for his own life. He explained that he needed to move forward, to explore new opportunities, and live more authentically. This decision was heartbreaking for many fans who had followed Amy and Ty's journey for over a decade. But Graham's honesty about his departure showed courage. He reminded viewers that sometimes growth means letting go, even when it is difficult. Since leaving the series, Graham has devoted himself to creative and spiritual work. He launched a podcast called Time Has Come, where he talks about personal journeys, change, and transformation with a wide range of guests. This project reflects his belief in living with purpose, and it has allowed fans to see him in a more personal and inspiring light. Through his podcast, Graham shows that while he may no longer play Ty on screen, he continues to share stories that touch people's lives. What stands out most about Graham Wardle is his independence from the fame that once surrounded him. He is not chasing constant attention or large public appearances. Instead, he chooses peace, reflection, and meaningful conversations. His real life reminds us that while Ty Borden lives forever in the world of Heartland, Graham himself is still writing his own story, one built on honesty, growth, and a search for deeper truth for every fan of Heartland. There is one figure who feels like the backbone of the series, and that is Jack Bartlett. Played by Shaun Johnston, Jack is more than just a character. He is the soul of the ranch. The wise grandfather figure who has guided Amy and the entire family through every challenge. His presence on screen is strong and comforting, but away from the cameras, Shaun Johnston's life tells a very different but equally inspiring story. Shaun Johnston was born on September 9, 1958, which makes him 66 years old in 2024. He has built a long and successful career in acting. But unlike many Hollywood names, he never allowed fame to control his personal life. Instead, Shaun has always stayed close to his roots, valuing family and long-lasting relationships above everything else. He is married to Sue Johnston, and their love story is not one of loud headlines or endless social media posts. It is a quiet, steady partnership that has lasted through decades, showing what true commitment looks like in real life. Sue Johnston has always supported Shaun's career, standing beside him through the many roles he has taken over the years, but especially during the long journey of Heartland. While Shaun portrays the tough and wise Jack, in reality he is also a loving husband and family man who enjoys keeping his private world away from the constant public gaze. Their marriage is one built on trust, respect, and patience, qualities that reflect the very values Jack Bartlett teaches in the show. Fans often admire how Shaun and Sue live without the need for constant attention, reminding us that real love shines brightest when it is steady and unshaken. One of the most impressive things about Shaun Johnston is how he has managed to age gracefully both on screen and off. At 66, he still brings energy and passion to his role, proving that experience is a strength, not a weakness. Many viewers are surprised to learn his real age because his performance as Jack feels timeless, as if he has always been part of Heartland's story. This balance of wisdom and vitality is also what defines Shaun's personal life. He enjoys spending time with family, exploring his interests outside of acting, embracing a lifestyle that keeps him grounded. Beyond acting, Shaun is also known for his love of music. He is a talented singer and musician, and from time to time, fans get a glimpse of this side of him through performances or interviews. This artistic passion shows that he is more than just an actor. He is a storyteller in many forms, someone who uses both words and music to connect with people. It is another reminder of why his role as Jack feels so genuine. It comes from a man who truly understands how to touch the hearts of others. Shaun Johnston's life with Sue is proof that the strongest partnerships are often the ones that avoid unnecessary noise. Just like Jack Bartlett's wisdom guides the Heartland family, Shaun's real life reflects the same values of loyalty, love, and simplicity. His marriage, his career, and his quiet strength all combine to make him not only a beloved actor, but also a role model for living with grace and integrity. Tim Fleming is one of the most complicated characters in Heartland. He is a man with flaws, mistakes, and a past that often haunts him. Yet he is also someone who learns to rebuild relationships and slowly earn back the trust of his family. Bringing this layered role to life is actor Chris Potter, and just like Tim, Chris has his own story away from the screen, one that reveals a man deeply rooted in love, family, and balance. Chris Potter was born on August 23, 1960, which makes him 64 years old in 2024. Over the years, he has built a strong reputation as an actor, director, and producer. Audiences know him not only from Heartland, but also from many other roles across television. Yet no matter how successful his career became, he always kept one part of his life away from the spotlight: his marriage and family. Chris is married to Karen Potter, and together they have built a partnership that has lasted through decades of change. Unlike the unstable love stories his character Tim often faces, Chris and Karen's relationship has been solid and lasting, an example of how commitment can stand strong through time. The couple shares for children, and Chris has often spoken about how being a father is one of the most meaningful roles he has ever had. His life with Karen is centered on family, and while he spends much of his professional time on sets or behind the camera, his heart always belongs at home. Fans admire how he has kept his marriage private, away from unnecessary attention, proving that some of the best love stories are the quiet ones that unfold without constant headlines. What makes Chris unique among the Heartland cast is the way he balances so many parts of his career while staying grounded in his personal life. He has not only acted but also directed several episodes of Heartland, shaping the series both in front of and behind the camera. This creative influence shows his dedication to the show and to telling stories with honesty. Yet, at the same time, he never lets work overshadow his role as a husband and father. That choice is what has kept his real life steady while his on-screen character faces constant storms. At 64, Chris Potter still brings energy and determination to every role, and his age surprises many fans who feel he looks younger and continues to carry the spirit of a much younger man. This vitality comes not only from his craft, but also from the life he has chosen to live, surrounded by family, supported by his wife, and guided by the values of love and balance. Chris has created a personal world that gives him strength for his demanding career. The contrast between Tim Fleming's mistakes on screen and Chris Potter's stability off-screen is striking. Where Tim often stumbles, Chris stands firm. Where Tim has to constantly repair bonds, Chris has built a foundation that holds strong. This difference is exactly why his performance feels so powerful. He knows what family truly means, and that understanding adds depth to every scene he plays. For fans, learning about Chris Potter's real life makes his role even more fascinating. It reminds us that sometimes the actors who play the most broken characters are the ones who know most deeply how to protect and cherish the people they is. Lou Fleming has always been one of the most determined characters in Heartland. She is ambitious, emotional, and fiercely protective of her family, often caught between her business goals and her personal relationships. Bringing Lou to life is Michelle Morgan, and just like her character, Michelle is a woman of strong values. In deep connections, her real story adds another layer of meaning to everything we see on screen. Michelle Morgan was born on July 16, 1981, which makes her 43 years old in 2024. She has built a solid career, not only as an actress, but also as a filmmaker and director. Many fans are surprised to discover that she is not only in front of the camera, but also behind it, shaping stories and creating new projects. Yet even with this busy and creative professional life, Michelle has kept her personal world steady and filled with love. She is married to Derek Tistel, and together they share a life that reflects the same values of family and loyalty that Heartland itself stands for. Michelle and Derek have 2 children, and being a mother is something she speaks of with great pride. Her social media often gives fans a glimpse into her family life, where she balances the demands of her acting career with the joys of raising her kids. Unlike Lou Fleming, who sometimes struggles to find balance between work and home, Michelle has created a real life that embraces both. Her children and her husband are her foundation. And this grounding energy is what makes her performances feel so authentic. Derek Tistel is not part of the entertainment industry, which has allowed their relationship to remain private and steady, while Michelle's career takes her into the spotlight. Derek has been her anchor, supporting her work while keeping their home life calm and focused. Fans often admire how Michelle shares parts of her personal world with honesty while still protecting the privacy of her loved ones. This balance is rare in the entertainment world, and it shows her strength as both a partner and a mother. What also makes Michelle stand out is her dedication to telling meaningful stories beyond Heartland. She has directed short films and continues to grow her voice as a filmmaker, proving that she is not limited to one role. Her creativity stretches across many areas, and this drive reflects the same determination Lou shows on screen. Yet unlike Lou, Michelle's personal relationships are filled with stability and long-lasting love. At 43, Michelle Morgan continues to inspire fans with her ability to live fully in both worlds, the world of performance and the world of family. She reminds us that success is not only about fame or career milestones, but also about the love and stability we build at home. Her marriage to Derek and her devotion to her children are proof that behind the roles in the scripts, real happiness is built on the simplest but most powerful values of all. Michelle's story gives Lou Fleming's character even more depth. When we see Lou fight for her family on Heartland, we know that Michelle herself understands the importance of those bonds in real life. That is why her performance feels so natural and so genuine, because it comes from a place of truth. When Georgie Fleming Morris first wrote onto Heartland, she quickly became a favorite among fans. Her journey from a troubled foster child to a talented young writer captured hearts across the world. The actress behind Georgie, Alisha Newton, grew up alongside her character, and audiences have watched her transformation on screen with admiration. But Alisha's real-life story is just as inspiring as the one she plays on television. Alisha Newton was born on July 22, 2001, which makes her 23 years old in 2024. Unlike many child actors who struggled to transition into adult roles, Alisha has handled the change with grace and determination. She began acting at a young age, yet she always managed to balance her career with her personal passions. Horses are not only part of her character's storyline, they are also part of her real life. Alisha has been an avid equestrian for years, training and riding with skill and confidence, which is one reason her role as Georgie has always felt so real. When it comes to her personal relationships, Alisha has kept much of her private life away from the spotlight. At 23, she is focused on building her career and exploring new opportunities beyond Heartland. While her character Georgie has gone through many ups and downs in love, Alisha herself chooses not to share every detail of her dating life publicly. Fans occasionally speculate about her relationships, but she has remained clear about keeping those parts of her life private. This choice shows maturity and wisdom, proving that she values her own space while still connecting with her audience. Through her work, what makes Alisha's story unique is the way she has embraced growth, both on screen and off. Viewers watched her evolve from a teenager on the ranch into a young woman capable of carrying her own storylines. At the same time, in her personal life, she has stepped into adulthood with confidence, balancing her studies, her riding, and her career. This balance has kept her grounded in an industry that often puts pressure on young actors. Beyond Heartland, Alisha has also taken on roles in other projects, showing that her talent is not limited to one character. So, she continues to explore different genres and characters, expanding her skills and proving that she is capable of much more than the role that made her famous. Yet no matter where her career takes her, fans will always remember her as Georgie, the girl who found a home and a family at Heartland. At 23, Alisha Newton represents the future of the Heartland legacy. Her story is not yet fully written, but it is already filled with dedication, talent, and independence. While her on-screen character continues to search for love and stability, Alisha herself is building a foundation in real life that is based on her passions and her goals. For viewers, it is inspiring to see a young actress who not only grew up on television, but also managed to step into adulthood with such strength and grace. Alisha's real journey makes Georgie's story even more powerful. When fans see her chase dreams on horseback, they know that Alisha shares that same fire in real life. It is that connection between actor and role that keeps audiences invested, reminding us that sometimes the most unforgettable performances are the ones that mirror the actor's true spirit. Heartland is more than just a television series. It is a story that has touched millions of lives across the world, a story about family, love, healing, and second chances. What makes it so powerful is not only the script or the setting, but the actors who bring it to life. Each member of the cast has given a piece of themselves to their roles. And when we look at their real lives, it becomes clear why their performances feel so authentic. Amber Marshall shows us what it means to live with love and simplicity, sharing her life on a ranch with her husband, Shaun Turner. Graham Wardle teaches us about courage and change, stepping away from Heartland to follow his own path of self-discovery. Shaun Johnston represents wisdom both on and off the screen, building a long-lasting marriage with Sue and showing the same loyalty Jack Bartlett stands for. Chris Potter balances a demanding career with a stable family life alongside his wife Karen, proving that strength and love can endure through decades. Michelle Morgan inspires with her ability to balance family. In career, raising 2 children with her husband Derek, while continuing to grow as an actress and filmmaker, Alisha Newton represents the new generation. A young woman building her own journey while keeping her passion for horses alive, both on and off the screen. Carrie James, Jessica Stain, and other beloved cast members also bring unique stories of dedication and personal values that enrich their roles. What connects all of these actors is their ability to stay true to themselves while playing characters that millions have grown to love. Their real ages, their partners, and their personal choices remind us that behind the fame are people who live with the same hopes, challenges, and dreams as any of us. This is what makes Heartland so special. It is not just fiction, it is a mirror of real life, shaped by actors who bring their truth into every performance. As Heartland continues with Season 18, fans will keep following the journeys of Amy, Lou, Jack, Tim, Georgie, and the rest of the family. But now with a glimpse into their real lives, viewers can feel even closer to them. Knowing that Amber's life on a ranch is real, that Graham is pursuing deeper meaning, that Shaun and Chris have lasting marriages, that Michelle and Alisha are balancing family and career, gives every scene a richer weight. The series reminds us that families come in many forms, that love is never simple but always worth fighting for, and that growing older is not an ending but a chance for deeper stories. The cast of Heartland proves that these values are not only written into the script, but also lived in their own lives. That is why the bond between the show and its fans has lasted so long. So as you continue watching Heartland Season 18, remember that behind every smile, every tear, and every lesson learned on screen, there is a real person living their own story. Which one of these real-life stories surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know which cast member's journey touched your heart.